Good afternoon everyone. I welcome Mr. Tushar Kulkarni in our Golden Graduate Pharma series in AISSMS College of Pharmacy. Welcome sir.
So you are taking care of the entire. Wonderful. So you have a good setup here.
So when you walked into the college, what was the first memory that struck you into the brain?
Firstly, when I saw these premises, I felt very proud. Where I have learned, I have taken my education of pharmacy. I felt like this is a place I used to be here for last 30 years. I used to be here.
Yes.
And after 25 years after my passing out, I am again visiting the same premises. The premises has now become very huge. We used to be having a smaller units wherein we studied. Now this is an entire building for pharmacy college. That gives us immense pleasure to see and really feels proud that this is my college.
Sir, from these corridors to the building of HBQ, Dermiza, how was your journey to the top 100 India's pharmacy?
When I passed out, there was nothing. Like it started from a scratch.
Yes.
And when we started, we felt yes, opportunities is there in the market, and yes, we can grab that opportunity. So what we did is, we started with a very small region for the business to start with. Then we expanded slowly, and then pan-India operations. That is how the journey started. It took 10 years almost to have that idea imbibed in our brain, and then again coming up with that idea actually into the practicals.
Okay.
And 2018, there was a foundation of HBCs into dermatology as in segment we started. After that, we were there into cardio, diabetic, ortho, gynec, neuropsychiatry, general medicines. There are a lot of things that we started with. And now almost like last 7 years has gone. In last 7 years, HBC as in group reached to top 100 pharmaceutical companies of Indian pharma market, wherein with a substantial growth and revenue generation is more than 450 CR. So that is how it started, and the reflection will happen only when you have that vision of entrepreneurship with a small mind having the bigger idea and recruiting more people into the businesses, and the business has to grow. That mindset you'll have to imbibe with you.
Right.
So that is the only thing that is how we started, and now we are now doing wonderfully well.
Yes.
And we are aiming to be in top 50 organizations in very recent time. Soon we will be having that opportunity. If we get, we will be certainly targeting top 10 organizations of Indian pharma market as such. So this is what is our idea behind starting with HBC as well.
So looking around the campus, what's the thing that changed the most, and what the one thing you don't want to change in our AISSMS College of Pharmacy?
When I saw this campus, I felt it is like a big college now. Earlier it used to be a pharmacy college and engineering college.
Right.
Now it is all management college and pharmacy, IOIT,
engineering,
information technology and all. See these college, so many colleges at one premises.
Yes.
It gives us like feeling of university kind of thing.
Yes.
It's a big university kind of thing. And the most importantly, the thing that I would not like here to change is, first of all, the aircraft that should remain here.
Yes.
Because that is the identity of our college.
Yes.
Secondly, the way the teachers and the faculties are doing their work, it is absolutely wonderful.
Right.
Because I know personally many of them, and I have seen the way they're teaching. I am sure they are the best here.
Right.
So that should never change. That approach of teaching to the students, because students are the empty vessels. They'll sound more, but when they will be taught in a good way, their futures and their careers is going to go in a big way.
Right.
So this is what I feel like this should remain as such as it is. And this atmosphere.
Thank you.
Always.
Yes.
It is the pleasure receiving the award from my teacher. She used to be my teacher as well.
Good afternoon everyone, and a very warm welcome to our first ever Golden Graduate Series with Mr. Tushar Kulkarni on this beautiful day. Today, we are privileged to have a very special guest with us. Mr. Tushar Kulkarni is currently serving Dermiza Healthcare Private Limited, where he plays a key role in driving the company's sales and marketing operations. Under his leadership, HBC Dermiza has rapidly grown to become one of the fastest emerging pharmaceutical companies in India, with a strong presence across the nation. His journey and insights from the dynamic world of pharma business are sure to inspire and enlighten us today. So let's give him a huge round of applause.
So, a very good afternoon, sir. I am Hari and please begin with the session. So, sir, was there a defining moment in college that shaped your entrepreneurial mindset? Any spark that made you say, one day I'll start my own pharma brand?
It happened in maybe around 2006, 6 years after my pass out of this college. I was working as a pure medical representative in an organization, and when I saw the opportunity, the market size, and the opportunities for creating new jobs, I thought I should be into entrepreneurship and I should be starting a venture wherein someday I'll be at a position wherein I can offer few jobs to them. So that was the year 2005-2006. It sparked into my mind. That is what happened.
So, the pharma market is constantly evolving. How does HBC Dermiza stay ahead of the curve, especially in such a competitive market?
Market needs to have a clear approach. You cannot have a vision just to say and go out. Once you commit something to the customers, those who are your channel partners, those who are your customers like doctors, the retailers, the distributors and all the pharma line chain lines, they need to have certainly commitments fulfilled in time. Once you start doing it in right time and whatever is needed as per the market requirements, certainly yes, the market will start reciprocating with you in a better way in terms of the business gains. This is how that business starts evolving, and in last 7-8 years, in spite of the COVID era, the organization did fantastically well because the need of that hour was something different in Serum Institute. When we saw Covishield, Covaxins and all, that was the need. They did well, and that is how they started flourishing very well. They were recognized in the industry. So same thing happened during our era also. When we started, we fulfilled the commitments of the organizational needs of the market, and then we started growing up. This is how we go.
So, sir, now, if you could go back in time and give college Tushar one piece of advice, what would it be?
To whom?
To yourself when you were in college.
Don't be notorious.
Okay.
You should be, but in the first year only. Second year onwards, you should be little serious about your job, your education part. You cannot have the approach for the entire 4 years or maybe 6 years. First year, yes, you can enjoy your college life, understanding people, understanding the colleagues. But next year onwards is going to be tough, and day after it is going to be much tougher. And when you pass out, then it is better to have that seriousness in your approach. So that is what my advice. I cannot say advice because I didn't follow that in the first year. But yes, certainly that should be followed.
So, sir, for the students watching this, what's more important? Technical knowledge, industry exposure, or leadership mindset?
I believe leadership mindset that will come once you have the knowledge.
Right.
So first was to have to gain the maximum knowledge when you are in the institute. You have no choice but to gain maximum knowledge from the institute itself. Ask a lot of questions to your mentors, teachers, and then try to grab or absorb whatever they offer to you. After that, you can go in the markets, have that exposure and experience. That will make you have that mindset of a leadership. You can't be a leader on the day one without having any knowledge of the industry. Otherwise, you will be out of the industry very fast. So, knowledge comes first.
Right. So, lastly, how would you like to address our students who are senior?
In terms of
In terms of their career.
their career, fine. So career, yes, for sure, most of them must be at the second, third year, final year students here sitting, and they must be thinking, what next? Am I going to get an opportunity in this industry, or am I going to be a medical store owner? I'm going to have a small medical store at my native place and sitting for 12 to 8 kind of a job. No, it is not that. Market is evolving in spite of so much of negative impacts happening in today's scenario. But pharma market is emerging in a big way. Let me be very honest to you all. When we started in 2018, the organization started at 2018. I was working as a general manager based at Ahmedabad and taking care of the business operations. But when we started, we thought, yes, now we have the opportunity. We will do in a big way. But what happened was, immediately COVID era came. And during that time, it becomes very difficult for a new organization or a newly formed organization to flourish. There was a question of survival even. But yes, we determined to do that, and we decided, yes, full dedication that we will be giving to the organization. We will be ensuring the things in time for the people, those who are working with us. And after that, when the COVID era went well, after that the COVID era, we started doing fantastically well, and you have to take opportunities. During COVID era, there were opportunities into people, those who were struggling with their cardiac problems or diabetic problems. The organization decided we grab that opportunity. People need the medicines in time at their home. So we started manufacturing cardio-diabetic medicines, neuropsychiatry medicines, which were the need of the people because they were the emergency medicines. So we manufactured them, and that went well for the organization. And after that, when cardio-diabetic gets established, you have an opportunity to grow into dermatology, you can grow into gynecology or other segments. So the thing is that your career will start once you decide what you want to do. You cannot have that approach of, fine, I'll be just passing out, I'll be searching a job of say 25-30k and start somewhere, then I'll eventually grow after 10 years to maybe a lakh or 1.25, whatever figures. You cannot have that approach. You should have a clear mindset that yes, what I wanted to be in this industry. Decide, don't look back, and go ahead and do fulfill your dreams. This is what my suggestion is. Don't be running behind the people. See, during our time it used to happen. My colleagues used to get GREs and TOEFL and all to go out abroad. They used to give for M.Pharm. I was sure, yes, for sure it wasn't a piece of cake for me. I cannot be a M.Pharm and working into the production line. I was a marketing guy. I decided to go very high in marketing, give my 100% to that marketing part and grow. It went very well for me. And when we started with absolute zero. You people must be knowing the medical representative, the job of a medical rep. A BCom student today's scenario get a job of a medical rep, even if it doesn't have the knowledge. A BSc student do get the same job of a medical rep. But he cannot survive for a long because his mindset is not there. His mindset is just to earn and to run. Your job will definitely pay your bills, but your business will definitely pay your lifestyle. Watch always shows the time, but which watch you wear, that shows your time. That is what I feel. You should aim for the top. You cannot have that mediocre mindset. Fine, okay, job, at home, family, finished. Then you are going to be the Me Too of 150 CR people in India. Decide what you want to be and drive your dreams. This is what my advice is.
Thank you so much, sir, for your inspiration. Now we'll move on to the rapid fire segment. I'll be asking some tricky and fun questions and you have to answer them quick in few words. So, I'll start with the first question. Boardroom or lab coat? Where's your zone?
You can see this. This is what a boardroom is. I don't need to be a lab, B Pharma, M Pharma, and then clinical research, and I'll be operating a HPLC and all. No microbiology, nothing. I'm not into that.
Which in 3 words, why HBC Dermiza?
HBC basically stands for Human Biological Care. HBC, when we formed, we had a mindset of taking care of the people in a good way, in good medicines, in good opportunities that could be created for the people. The medicine has to be of best quality medicines. We should have a in-house manufacturing so that we can give the best quality to the sufferers. And HBC Dermiza, when we started, we decided yes, we can create opportunities for the upcoming students, upcoming alumni or the professionals, those who want to have their vision and future. For that, we decided to start with HBC.
So one college habit you still haven't given up.
One college habit I still didn't do. I'm always late. Because to be honest with you, I passed out in 20,000, like 2000. I passed in 2000. And I turned up to this college in 24. So I took 24 years to reach this college again back. Reshma madam is the witness here. I used to go from this road sometimes. I used to see, because our college used to be named as Vimanwala College. It used to be, I don't know whether it is now. It used to be that ground. Now that ground has gone. So it used to be our Vimanwala College, and we used to pass. I used to say to my teams, those who were working with me, this college I learned, this college I am educated, and they used to make fun of me. Fine. So after that, today I am sitting here with you all people. I feel very honored. Let me be very honest. Studying at the same college and sitting at the main chair makes a huge difference. That is
So profit or purpose, what drives you more?
purpose. Absolutely purpose. Profit will come later.
Biggest business risk that paid off?
Running the organization during COVID, that was the biggest threat that came, and it taught us a lot many things, how to survive in the difficult times.
One product you wish you had invented?
The product that really grows hair. Because I started using some. So that is. Don't worry, all the guys who are sitting next, you are going to be there at my place.
Who would play you in a biopic? If you had a biopic, what character would you like?
Reshma can answer better.
Again, a notorious guy maybe.
That is what Shin-chan, I believe people know. Because my son used to see, so I know him, Shin-chan, how notorious he is.
Your leadership style, boss, buddy or brain?
Boss.
Next big dream, global brand or game changer innovation?
Game changer innovation.
Thank you so much, sir, for this session. Now I would request all the students, whatever questions you all have, you all can please come forward.
Please ask me some questions which I can answer.
Yeah.
So I have a question. As you mentioned in your conversation that during COVID, it was like pretty much difficult for you to like strike. Can you elaborate on that part? Like if in chance in future if we come across that road, then how do we survive in that situation?
See, during COVID era, it happened like when we started, there were teams of say 1,500 people working with the organization. Their families, like if you compare, you even consider 4 people at home, so 6,000 people surviving onto the organization. And one day, the people start noticing that their salaries are not credited in their accounts in that last day. How they are going to pay their bills? How they are going to have their kids' education online? That time it used to be online, but subscription has to be taken, internet has to be at home, so everything has to be there during that time. So who is going to pay those bills? And those bills need to be paid only the money that makes with the organization. So that became in our mind how the teams of 1,500 people will survive in case if we start either deducting the pack pays or either we will stop the pays or reduce the field force. Many of the organizations, not into our pharma line mostly, but into IT fields and all, they reduced the field force. They reduced their force. They made the people sit at home and do their work. So work from home culture started from that time. So, and those who were sitting at home and doing their work, they were asked to have the half pays. Their salaries were made half. And those who were taken financial loans, like home loans or any of the other loans, their EMIs are not going to be reduced or reducted. They are going to be the same. So that phase made us think, no, that cannot be, that should not happen in future. So you should have a backup plan along with you. So we had a plan. That is how we said we started manufacturing into cardio-diabetic segment. And that cardio-diabetic segment did went fantastically well because that was a need of the hour. And we fulfilled that need. You must have heard the brand name Dolo of Micro Laboratories. That brand was not a well-established brand before COVID. But after COVID, every single person at home knows Dolo. When you go with fever, you have to take one Dolo tablet. That is how that Dolo started making up the markets. And this is how they made the entire change of that scenario. So you should have a backup plan always. Second, what I feel is you are doing a job, you should have a plan B of source of income. You cannot have a single source of income. You cannot survive with single source. Either you should have your own shop given on a rent, you should have a flat given on a rent, you should have something which you are doing something additional apart from your earnings. So plan well in advance. The future is always unpredictable. We don't know, now COVID has gone, new virus may come anytime in India. What will happen during that time? Are we prepared? You should have a backup buffer of 6 months at least in your pocket. That will make you have that thought, what I can do in future. So always have a backup plan, be prepared and be proactive in terms of your finances, and always have a source B of income. This is what my advice is.
Any more questions?
I would like to ask you a question. With the Trump's tariff raise that is going on, how is it going to affect the pharma market in India?
Certainly it is not going to affect India in a bigger way. Any tariffs, not only into pharma, but any industry is not going to impact much because US is the major importer of all the things from India. And when India is exporting things, that means their need is huge. They cannot reduce their needs because these US peoples, they don't have the mindset of working. They hire people to work for them. So always they import medicines for their country. So the need is going to be there. Yes, for sure there will be tariffs. Maybe 10% or 15% tariffs that may be put on. As of now, if you would look at the share market or the markets which is running, it went suddenly down last week by 4,000 points. Eventually, within next 2-3 days, it grown up by almost 3,000. So that was only the impact of that day. It never impacted any world market. If you look at China, the same way. China bounced back and reciprocate trade tariff they have put on again in US. Trump has stepped back. He said now we will have 3 months time to rethink on the part. So it's not going to impact us in a bigger way. But for sure, now the quality needs to be ensured in a big way. Cannot be exporting the medicines by just manufacturing and just bypassing the norms anywhere. So that is not going to impact as such in a bigger way.
Any more questions?
Certainly you can have whatever is in your mind, you can certainly ask because tomorrow you are going to have 25 years experience. So what do you think about yourself? You can certainly ask.
I would like to ask one more question. Being a part of the TNP cell, we have observed that the starting salary that our students get in the pharma field is very meager as compared to the engineering students.
Absolutely.
So what can they do to improve on the package that they get, or what can industry altogether do for the upcoming students so that they can survive in the market? So with the packages that are offered like 1.8, 2.4, hardly they can, it's hand to mouth they are living with that. So what are your views on that?
To be honest with you, in the pharma industry as on today, the saturation is on a higher side. Huge, highly saturated now. There are jobs people don't want to do in sales because I am a pharma guy, I am not a BSc guy who will do the sales kind of work. I cannot be doing the work which is not as per my education. That mindset has made many of the people, like I am not praising or questioning any of them. Like why you have started as in sales guy, why you are into marketing, why you are into the faculties as in teachers, education. But yes, for sure, in our industry, what we need is, we need to have maximum knowledge. B Farm only won't survive because B Farm, not many, even B Pharma can do the same work what B Pharma can do. A medicine store, a D Pharma can also start. Then if you want to have something additional to you, you should have either MBAs of doing it so you can have that edge over. Start with whatever you are getting. Start with whatever, 1.8, 2.4, 3 lakh, whatever CTCs you are getting, start with it. Because every organization counts and asks for experience. When you are a fresher, the offer is going to be very minimal. Engineering, yes, there are technologies that are driving. In India, the biggest problem is the R&Ds. We don't have that much as compared to the innovations which are happening as far as these AIs are concerned or the technologies which are driving. But in India, pharma, that is not happening. So, and R&D organizations, Indian organizations feel that more of investing in India won't make them rich. In today's scenario, they need the business. And for that, they just need to do whatever is the need of that hour or the market needs. So, do your education in a bigger way. B Pharma, like if you notice, doctors, those who are MBBS pass outs, don't have much of the value when they do MS or MD. They are recognized in a big way. It is the same thing, only B Pharma will not help. M Pharma or MBAs for that matter, try to grab the opportunities whichever you are getting. Look at the organizations, do they have the future, and stick with one organization if that organization has the future. Don't be a jumping jack from 1 to 2 because of I am getting 30, 40, 50,000 more and I am jumping into my career. That will not help you grow in your positions. Consistency will pay you in a long run.
Sir, I have one more question.
Yeah.
Coming from a pharma background, like we students don't have much knowledge about the finances that we do, like as an MBA student that becomes about the burn rate or all those financial terms that there exist in the business. So how it is important for us to learn about those terms and learn about the basic knowledge that we have about the business to run a business. And also one more question, like business comes with like its highs and lows, right? You get failures, you also experience the high. So while you reach that high, how do you sustain that? Because that is more important than having that sudden peak in your career.
So your first question was to know about the finances, how to start a business. See, starting a business needs first of all your mind. That I am going to have a business. I may fail, I may not. But in our today's scenario, what happens is our mindset goes first is, what if I fail? Because I have to feed my family. So 99% of the people, they step back and go into the job. In India, that is the mindset. So to have that start is in business. You have to find out the opportunities. You must have heard the brand name TIRA by Ambani's. They were nowhere. In last 4 years, 8,000 CR market, 8,000 crore ki market. How did that happen? You must have heard this Zepto. I don't know whether it works in Pune or not. Zepto, 10 minutes delivery. The Agarwals who started this, now 4,000, they are bringing up an IPO very soon. It's going to be big IPO they are going to introduce in India. They are going to make money. They understood the need of the people. We are sitting at our rooms, hostels or wherever. We feel Swiggy, Zomato. That was a need. During our time it was never there. We used to go out, bring it and eat it. But nowadays whatever you want at whatever discounted cost or whatever, you are getting in 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. So they have understood the need, they entered into the market, they grabbed that opportunity, now they are flourishing. Same thing into pharma. we are into like pharmaceutics and all. We innovate some products or manufacture some medicines in the labs. It happens. In that time, no one is innovating anything. It is in India. It is always me too kind of thing. The organization is having, I'm copying it and I'm placing it into the market and I'm just eating the share. I'm not creating that market. So if you want to be successful, you should have that mindset of creating the market need and then fulfilling it. Fine. When it comes to finances, you need to have two backup plans. One is either you should have your own money flooded in and a survival for a year, bare minimum. In businesses, it always says that 1,000 days you have to be patient. You can't have the profits in first 1,000 days. That means nearly 3 years. You can't have the profits. After 3 years, if the business is not running in profits, immediately take a call. Secondly, you should have a finance with your good project. Yes, it's going to work and how it's going to work. आप लोग सब लोग वो देखते ही होंगे Shark Tanks. कितने ideas आ रहे हैं? How many ideas they are coming in? But they all are not successful. There are different questions asked. What is P by E? What is ROE, ROCE, and all the questions. The profitabilities or EBITDA and all. But they all, the person who was chairing that event, they know how the opposite person is. Is it going to make profit or is it going to make loss? So they just observe. So they have the backup plans. You don't need to have 50 lakhs or a CR to start a business. You can start with a 5 lakhs with a small vision. And eventually you can grow. You cannot grow in a day. The fast you grow, there are possibilities of fast declining also. So, and second, what was the question?
Like when you reach the
When you reach the top, how will you sustain that?
that?
You need to have a good mind of finances. Because your finances speaks everything. You reach the top, you have started earning, you are at bigger positions, then you need to understand what are the loopholes of that. How you better can do in this market again. You cannot have that approach, now I am at the top. No one can be above me. It is never. So understand the loopholes of that market. What are the things you are missing to again regrow further. So that you should have in your life. Once you understand that, then you can even further grow in a big way. Fine. So any more? Thank you very much.
To propose the vote of thanks on behalf of APJ and AISSMS COP. I would like to thank Mr. Tushar Kulkarni sir for such a remarkable session. Your encouraging words will surely help all of us to scale greater heights of success. It was a refining experience for everyone. I would like to thank our Honorary Secretary Shri Manoji Raja Chhatrapati and AISSMS management for support. At the same time, I would like to express my gratitude to our principal, Dr. Ashwini Madhurkar ma'am, the teaching and non-teaching staff of our college, and our APJ advisor, Ms. Samruddha Avadaskar ma'am, Dr. Reshma Miraskar ma'am, Om Nagras sir, APJ members, and our lovely audience for making this event successful.
Thank you very much.
From APJ, our teacher organization, which we have like customized it for our alumni.
Suddenly it's going to be at my office, at my desk, and,
and you will,
suddenly I'll be sharing some photographs to you as well.
And you will be, AISSMS will be continuously in front of your bench. So that is the
I used to sit like you when I was at this college. Suddenly the premises were different, but for sure today when I see you, I go back 30 years and I see myself aspiring and trying for the new opportunities in this industry. So sincere thanks to you all for attending me today. So for sure, thank you very much to every team member here.